So I'm just checking to see. It was 33 degrees this morning. I wanted to see what froze out here this morning. But the salsa garden is something I've been trying to do for many years, even before we bought this property at our last place for about 10 years. And the onions were always something that I've never been able to grow, so I kind of gave up on the salsa garden. I can do everything else, but the onions never worked out. That was until I was talking with a coworker, and he told me about some starts at one of our nurseries here that he got, and they worked out amazing. So instead of getting the bundle of like 100 dried up starts, he found them at a local nursery here, and they're actually in dirt and growing. And he said he tried those and had good luck. So that's what we tried for this year. They were a Utah yellow Spanish, and we were actually able to grow onions and finish off the last component for our salsa garden. So here's a little bit of harvesting that and a quick little salsa recipe at the end with a twist. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.
How to tell when your onions are ready. So you can see this guy here, it's still standing up nice and straight. It's still firm, it's still growing. And the one right here next to it, you can see how it flopped over just the other day. That one's ready to come out. And once it folds over like that, and you can actually fold them over yourself, and that'll send the onion into harvest mode. So you can see this one here is still standing upright. The one next to it, folded over. What that does is start sending all the sugars and carbohydrates into the onion to start to cure it. It starts creating this nice dried skin on the outside to help preserve it, and start sending everything from the roots up into the onion, all the nutrients and everything. So you can see this one's folded over on the ground. That one's upright. Some of these are still upright. Like I said, you can do this yourself too. Once you start noticing some of them that are bigger than others, you can come out and start folding them over yourself. And then they start to get ready. What I will do is come out on a Monday and fold a bunch over, and then harvest them on Friday after they've sat in their own dirt for the week, folded over. So you can see this one here is still upright. This one here next to it, folded over. And so that one should be ready to harvest. So the rest of these, some of them are still upright. And some of them are folded over. So these folded over ones, we'll just give them a couple more days to dry up that outer skin, and then we will harvest them. All right, so on Monday, I folded these ones down, the ones that we were ready to harvest. And then on Friday, I kind of just pulled them out of the ground a little bit. That'll send them kind of into shock, start really ripening them up, getting them ready to harvest. So now it's time to get them out of the ground and see what we have here. Might have a couple more, but look at those. I am super excited to have onions this year. Like I said, keep saying it over and over again, and I keep showing you guys these, but this is the first time I've ever been able to grow big onions like this. Just super excited.
Hey guys, so this has been a goal of mine for a while, and it's to be able to grow everything for my salsa out of the garden. Now, I've almost been able to grow everything. We've got no problems with the tomatoes and the peppers, and then this year we added the garlic, and onions have always been a hard one to grow, but this year we've got some monster onions that are doing great. So here's a quick little salsa, and we make this about once a week. We seem to go through a pretty good batch of it all the time, so pretty cool that this is the first time we've been able to grow 100% of it from the garden.
So we have about 5 or 6 tomatoes. Here's our homegrown garlic. chili peppers. These were from last year's garden, and then I just roast them on the barbecue, skin them, de-seed them, and then I package them in smaller serving sizes. And then onion. This has been the one that we've never been able to do before, but man, look at these things. Monster onions this year. And then cilantro. So do 5 or 6 tomatoes, dice everything up, put in the pepper and the garlic. And then these are lemon cucumbers. I usually do a little bit of lime in my salsa. And I saw a thing on putting cucumber in there, and I go, oh, these lemon cucumbers would be the perfect flavor for that. So we dice up 1 or 2 lemon cucumbers, put them in there. It makes it nice and refreshing. You end up with this beautiful, like, pico de gallo salsa. The lemon cucumber adds a little bit of extra vegetable in there, plus it kind of gives it a nice cool and refreshing hit. Cilantro, all I do for seasonings is salt, pepper, and a little bit of cumin. So there we go, a full salsa completely from the garden. And we go through this, like I said, I have to make a batch of this every couple days, once a week or so.